The Medford School District is opening Oakdale Middle School in the fall of 2023. At that time, all sixth graders will move to the middle schools to free up classroom space at the elementary school level. NBC5's Jenna King has more on what this means for children tonight. Jenna?
Shelley, MSD is now in the process of creating new boundaries for the 2023-2024 school year. But before that happens, the district wants to hear from the community.
It's been over 2 decades since the Medford School District has done this type of rezoning work. Now, as it prepares to add the new Oakdale Middle School in about a year and a half, it's time for the process to happen again.
We're really looking at the student experience across the board for all of our students.
The Attendance Zoning Committee, a group made up of parents, community members, and district staff, have been building different scenarios for where the middle schoolers will potentially go next year. Now they want your feedback.
One of the keys that our community team has said is they want to ensure community voice is embedded throughout this process, that this is not an administrative recommendation that's being pushed down.
The committee determined 4 priorities in creating the attendance zones: capacity, making middle schools equal in size; continuity of feeder patterns, keeping groups of cohorts intact as much as possible; equitable student populations and opportunities at each school was considered, as well as community voice. Here are a few of the proposed maps. The green areas would be Oakdale Middle School, while the yellow would be McLaughlin areas, with Hedrick areas shaded maroon.
And one of the things that we're working very hard to ensure is that the middle school experience for our students is equitable across our middle schools. Now they may have slightly different variances in those schools, but we want to guarantee that the student experience is strong.
Christy Clark, a parent herself, has been helping the committee build the scenarios. For her as a parent, her priority is doing what's best for her children.
For the parents who are concerned, I think just keep an open mind and don't just assume that that it's going to be a bad experience, that it can actually be a really beneficial experience for your children.
On May 5th, the Attendance Zoning Committee will make a recommendation for new middle school boundaries to the school board. It's also an opportunity for the public to give feedback to the board. It's expected to adopt attendance boundaries at the May 19th board meeting.
Genuinely, I want every parent that was not able to be in this committee to come away from this knowing that the people on the committee really had their children in mind.
MSD is inviting families, staff, and communities to visit one of 4 gallery walks. That's where parents can see the scenarios in person and ask attendance zoning committee members questions. The first one is tomorrow night at Oak Grove. Live in studio, Jenna King, NBC5 News.